Sovereign, the Renis Alma, the fate of Lenegis 300 years ago. Yes, that is a lot to take in, isn't it? I never realized the weight of the burden you were carrying.
I could say the same.
The person you kept mistaking me for, it was Naori, wasn't it? So, what do you think? Could I be her descendant?
It seems likely. You two do look very similar.
Kidnapping Xion, mistreating slaves, and who knows what other terrible deeds. Seriously? These so-called lords just think they can do whatever they like.
I am deeply ashamed to be one of their kind.
Sorry, my bad. I didn't mean you, Dohalim.
Do you think Volron could have been behind what just happened with Xion's thorns?
I'm not sure. If it was bait he needed, kidnapping her should have sufficed. Perhaps he had some other purpose in mind.
Her thorns aside, as a hostage, surely it would have made more sense to keep her close at hand. So why did he leave her unguarded?
If getting rid of Alphen was Volron's only priority, then he could have ambushed us directly. It's not as if he lacked the power. He chose not to, which means he's toying with us, prolonging Alphen's suffering as much as he can.
But why? What does Volron specifically have against Alphen? Is it because he's leading the Danan rebellion?
Possibly. But try to see it from Volron's perspective. He'd do anything to win the crown contest, correct? Knowing that the true sovereign already exists somewhere is bound to ruffle his feathers. Have your paths crossed before, Alphen?
Only when I've been with you guys.
In the end, we just find more mysteries.
What isn't a mystery is how badly we're gonna beat this creep up once we find him.
What a simple and straightforward person you are, Law.
Way to give us a heart attack. I wasn't sure how that was gonna pan out for a while there.
I'm just glad everyone's safe. Really glad.
What about you, Xion? How are you feeling? He didn't do anything to you, did he?
The last thing I remember is being back on the ship. Back then. Seeing Alphen's pain return to him the moment he touched me. It brought me back to my childhood. The fear in people's eyes whenever they were around me. And the next thing I knew, darkness was welling up inside me. It was smothering me. I couldn't see anything anymore. I was all alone.
Xion.
You're okay now. You're safe, Xion. We're here with you. You're not alone any longer.
Thank you. Must be Volron's Imperial Guard.
They don't seem to be keeping lookout. More like they're waiting.
Oh well, the royal welcome was nice while it lasted.
Time to get our fists dirty, huh?
Wait, we don't have a plan!
As far as Law's concerned, this is the plan. Let's go!
Open your eyes! This blind loyalty is just another form of slavery.
Glory be to Volron!
That's useless. They're brainwashed. Just like the Danan puppets we dealt with outside. An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Missing Wyvern!
Kind of nice to have Xion back, I'm not gonna lie.
To handle?
You're finished!
Dance in the wind!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
Take it! You're finished! Soaring light speed!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolisher!
Here's a
You're
hero!
mine!
Time to shine!
Hope this works!
This one's
Here I go! I'm only getting started!
That Kisara activates her mystic art thing way more than normal.
Not in your dreams!
I can carve through it!
Like natural energy! Where that came from!
Strike! Rising Wyvern! Soaring light spear! You're on! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Searing flame! Reload! Demons descend!
Flashing Fang!
Here I go!
My turn!
You would think that the sword would hurt so much now that he can actually feel it.
Soaring light spear! Rising Wyvern! I'm not done! Soaring light spear! You're on! Curse you!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil! Lunar Breeze Lancer!
Take this!
How about this?
Rising Wyvern! Rising Wyvern!
I'll be saving this one!
Here I come! Rising Wyvern! You're on!
More with that! Ready! Healing Circle!
Time to shine!
More for the style!
I know you won't run.
Searing Flame!
This one's
More where that came from!
Here I come! It's over!
Raging
Rising
Tornado!
Wyvern! Soaring light spear!
You're
Rising Wyvern! Soaring light spear!
Now!
You're on! Rinwell!
Astral Energy!
Say no more.
Well, that didn't feel great. Those soldiers were just like the slaves, driven by a warped sense of loyalty.
Yeah, that was just about as hollow a victory as they come.
It's strange. I always thought loyalty was one of the greatest virtues out there. Now I'm not so sure. Is it simply a question of where your loyalties lie? Or is it fealty itself that's the problem?
Maybe it only becomes a problem the moment you stop thinking for yourself.
So if we defeat Volran, you think they might learn to think independently again? Actually, no. Never mind. This isn't the time. We can worry about that after we finish the task at hand and defeat Volran.
As expected, Volran's elite guards are quite formidable. Their equipment and training far exceed those of any foot soldier.
We need to be careful not to let them exhaust us before we reach Volran.
A grandiose castle for a grandiose city. He really didn't cut any corners.
They're certainly akin to each other. And yet, I'd say the castle seems even more reflective of its owner's personality.
In what way?
It feels overbearing, tyrannical almost. But more than anything, merciless. As if any pretense to ease of living was sacrificed in favor of sending a message. One of domination, and a thirst for total power. In other words, the perfect domicile for our power-crazed foe.
That's why he let us in. It's precisely the message he wanted to convey. Almost like he's mocking us.
That bastard's in the mood to play? We'll see who's laughing once we've taken him down a peg or two. Is it just me, or is the blazing sword burning even more brightly than before?
Yeah, as if the astral energy within it has become more powerful somehow.
It would appear Alphen has learned to harness his sovereign abilities to even greater effect.
Is that true, Alphen?
I'm not sure. I don't think I'm doing anything differently.
You're not. It's proof of your strengthened bond with Xion. No further explanations needed.
Oh man, for real? Nice!
Is that true?
How am I supposed to know?
Fat lot of good the two of you are.
I may have a theory or two I could offer.
Yeah, no. I think we're good.
Now that you mention it, though, I guess I have noticed a change. It's like there isn't as much resistance when energy's being siphoned from my Master Core.
Aha! So it is a bond thing! Aw, you guys!
Wait, what about your hand? That thing practically used to give you third-degree burns every time you wielded it, right?
Kisara's got a point. And if it's gotten even hotter since then...
I won't lie. The searing heat and pain are almost unbearable. Almost. When I'm fighting, I'm somehow able to endure it. It's like the sword becomes part of me or something. Like I can feel it pulsing through my chest. I can't describe it.
In other words, your heart burns with a flame more powerful than even that of the sword. Fascinating.
Yeah, take it from our resident poet laureate.
Laureate feels like a rather big word for Law. Kind of out of character a little bit there. It does go with my theory, though, that if the sovereign power is helping him manage the sword and making the sword more powerful, then that feels like exactly what Volran wanted. Like he is like purposely making Alphen stronger. Again, not sure for what reason. It's probably one of the two I suggested, but I definitely, that cutscene right there makes me feel a little more like that's probably what it is.
Go no further!
Glory to
This one's
I can carve through armor!
Lightning orb!
Rising Wyvern!
Ready!
I'm not done!
Wind
Soaring
Rider
Light Spear! Mirage!
Look sharp! Dance in the wind!
Here I come!
The enemy here darts too.
We'll soon see about that!
Mirage!
Going in! Going in!
I'll be saving this one!
Here I come! Mirage! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Kisara, frozen!
Hammer!
You know, it does look a little brighter now that I think about it. I wonder if they did something to the animations.
You're finished!
I don't think they did. I think I'm just imagining stuff.
No escape! Rising Wyvern! No escape! We did it! Now!
Shield and face! Feel!
Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
Pierce evil!
Going in!
Soaring Light Spear!
Air thrust! One more!
Look sharp!
Take this! Soaring Light Spear!
Air thrust!
Soaring Light Spear!
Get toasty!
Bird strike!
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
With such a huge area to search, where should we even begin?
I believe the largest, tallest structure would be best. In castles, you'll often find the things of most import are located in such areas.
Spoken like someone who used to own one.
So where is he?
There's no sign of him here, so I can only assume he's waiting for us in his throne room.
What's with all the fake suspense? Why doesn't he just come out and face us?
I'll say. It's not like he's had any problem doing that in the past.
This is all one big game to him. He's probably savoring every last moment.
Like a Zoogle toying with its food before the kill. No wonder he doesn't have any friends.
This is all just a ploy to weaken his prey, wearing us down before the final ambush. It's all too well orchestrated to be anything else.
Alvin?
I'm fine. Once we defeat Volran, the final Master Core will be ours. With that, we can create the Renis Alma and finally put an end to this whole nightmare.
Yeah, so Now see that cutscene where they're all like, there's no way it could be anything except he's playing with us and toying with us and weakening us like we're prey. It makes me, again, think my theory is right, because it's kind of like that misguiding us thing where they want us to think that's what he's doing, but what he's actually doing is trying to make us stronger so that the Sovereign is more awakened, I guess. That's just my theory, but I'm starting to feel pretty confident in it. So we'll see. We'll see if I'm right.
Get lost!
Glory to Volron! You're mine! It's over!
Hurricane
Rising Wyvern!
Glacial
Soaring
Spear!
Light Spear!
Here's Evil!
Mirage!
These ones can write rings around us.
Here's a
Rising
healing art!
Water!
First aid! How about this?
Take this!
Igneous!
first!
Shining Supernova! Raging
Here I come!
Cascade!
This one is mine!
Air Blast!
Mirage!
Astral
Crush!
Hurricane Strike! Going in!
You escape! Rising Water! Here I come! Rising Wyvern!
Hurricane
Thanks so
Strike!
much!
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Radiant Light!
Rising Wyvern! Mirage! Rising Wyvern! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Crescent Moon!
Here's a healing art! First aid!
The enemy wields arcs too.
We'll soon see about that!
Look sharp!
Revolt!
Astral Energy!
Say no more.
They really made us work for that one.
Is the path being pulled up like some kind of drawbridge?
I'm guessing there's no way to kick it back down, huh?
Most likely, it's connected to a control apparatus of some sort. I suggest we search around and see what we uncover.
That's different. Okay.
Hey, Shion? Do you, you know...
What is it?
Do you remember that conversation we had after Almadria... You know. If you hadn't given me that advice that day, I don't know if I'd be standing here talking with you. So, thanks.
Anytime, Rinwell. I'm pretty worn out.
Want to rest up for a bit?
You're so strong, Shion. Even after everything you've been through.
I wouldn't say I'm strong. I don't know what would have happened to me if I'd stayed alone.
I think you would have endured. As long as you remember you're never truly alone, that thought can get you through a lot. See? Even Hoodle knows you're not alone.
I'm glad to have you in my corner, Hoodle.
That looks bad. I don't want to fight that at all.
Out of my way! There! One more! Hurricane Strike! Annihilation!
And it came with minions.
Hurricane Strike!
What's not even fair?
Soaring Light Spear!
I'll heal you all!
It's over!
Healing Circle!
Soaring Light!
Light up the dark! I'm ready!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down.
Take this!
Just
Leave
what
the
doctor
ensnaring
ordered.
to me.
Yeah, and the pummeling
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolisher! Lion! Deck Abyss! Hurricane Raging Meteor! Will this help? Puddle!
Not done yet!
Healing Shot! Igneous
Tempest Swirl!
in a bind.
Celestial
Here I come!
Hammer!
You're finished!
Arch Steel!
Soaring Light Spear!
The Air Blast!
This one's all mine!
Glacial
Take this!
Lightning!
Rising Wyvern! Rising Wyvern!
Here's a healing
Soaring Light Viper! You're on!
Hurricane strike!
You're mine!
Going in!
I want to get
Rising
this
Viper!
side.
I can't heal you
Yeah.
forever.
Appreciate the help.
Ah! Rising Vipers! You're on!
Hurricane slice! Lunar corruption!
Crush! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
It's interesting that that got upgraded
You're
to
mine!
Scarlet
You're finished!
Onslaught or whatever, and it still says Inferno.
Take this!
Hurricane
I
You're
love you all.
finished!
On guard!
Here I come! Rising Viper!
Hurricane strike!
No escape!
Appreciate the help.
Here I come! Rising Viper! Shining Spear! You're on! It's over!
Glacial Freeze Lancer! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolisher!
Take
Hurricane
this!
strike!
Rising Viper! Soaring Red Spear!
How about this?
Rising Viper! No
Hurricane
escape!
strike!
Soaring Red Spear!
This one's mine!
Here I come!
Going in! Make it rain!
Kisara, frozen.
Hammer!
Now! You're mine!
Winning Meteor!
In here.
You're mine!
Lunar Arch!
Stockpile.
You're mine!
Here I go!
Rising Viper!
Soaring Red! Hurricane strike!
You're finished!
Field Force.
Gemini Aqua!
Here we
Hurricane
come.
strike!
Ah!
Going in!
Raging storm.
By the Hurricane Water!
Take
Thunder
this!
shield.
Rising Viper!
Raging
Soaring
Cascade.
Red Spear!
Sleep now.
By the
This thing is ridiculous.
Gravitas. Light astral energy.
No escape! Try harder! Not a chance!
Power of
Soaring Red...
Light astral
Here I
energy.
come.
Here is flame of fury. Burning strike.
Glacial Spear!
Here I come.
Here's evil!
It's over!
Lightning contained
Soaring
laser.
Light Spear!
Thunder
There!
Reload! Everyone still doing all right?
Never mind us. You worry about you, Rinwell.
Right. I still got plenty yet.
Rising
Hurricane
Viper!
strike! I'm all stopped up!
No escape!
Here goes.
Rising Viper!
Lightning
Soaring Light
Now
Spear!
you've gone and ticked me off!
Here I come!
Thunderblade!
You're on!
Guardian Field! Alright, let me
Take
at
this!
Light astral energy.
Rising
Hands in
Viper!
the wind.
You're on!
Sealed.
Alright,
Here I
let me
come.
at him!
This one.
You're finished!
Light astral
Soaring
energy.
Hurricane strike! I let my guard down!
Can't end here!
Raging cascades. Sleep now. More for the stop. Kyle.
From beyond.
You're not gonna have time to raise people. So let's get Shion.
What was I
Beyond.
thinking?
Imbue this vanquished soul with life. Thou art being interrupted. Tempest.
Radiant
Not
here!
done yet! Russia! Take this!
Shine. Radiant light. Force
Take
of
this.
regeneration.
It's over!
Regenerate.
Flame!
Thanks.
Reload!
Ha! It's
I'm out of
over!
ammo!
Can't get out of this.
I owe you one! Take
Annihilation!
this! You're finished!
Eat dirt!
Soaring Light!
Cosmic rupture.
Take this!
Elusive deity.
Rising Viper!
Rotating pile driver.
Radiant here!
Tempest.
I'm out of
One's all
ammo!
mine!
Elusive
Rising
deity.
Wyvern!
Rotating pile driver.
Flame!
Rising Wyvern! Dohalim! In an instant! Impact Cross!
I think this might be a control device for that drawbridge. Then let's turn it on and see what it does. Look, Alpin, that brought that drawbridge down. There's another drawbridge over there. Then does that mean there's a separate device that controls the lower bridge? That'd be my guess. Let's look around some more and see what we find.
broke you, and I'm trying to fix this, but I